Good morning. It is a new day and I am not working today, so it is a crochet day today. Lots of days in that sentence. I have a lot of stuff I need to do today. Usually I don't work on a Thursday and a Friday, which are typically my crochet days, but tomorrow is actually my partner's sister's graduation on this weekend. So tomorrow we're leaving to go to the place where she's graduating at around like lunchtime. So I only really kind of have like today and maybe like an hour or so tomorrow to kind of like get my shit together. I can't lie, I'm feeling a bit like discombobulated recently. Hold on a second. I'm due on my period. That makes sense. That makes sense. Does anyone else get that? They just feel like a little bit unorganized, a bit discombobulated, a bit like dysregulated when they're due on their period? Because that happens to me. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I feel a lot better. I feel less crazy. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. God, hormones are wild, aren't they? Anyway, I'm feeling a little bit all over the place. I have 3 whips currently. If you know me, I am not a 3-whip person. I have 1 whip. I work on the project, I finish the project, I move on to the next project. So it's very, very unlike me to have more than 1 whip on the go. It's fine. Like, I'm not at the point where I'm like overwhelmed or anything, but I am like, I kind of want to feel like I have my ducks in a row a little bit, and currently I do not feel like that. So that's kind of my plan for today. I am currently working on my Patchwork Halloween sweater, my kind of like Damps and Madder inspired top, and then a bag, a crochet bag as well. So I kind of want to put my focus into one of these things, reorganize my little like crochet corner a little bit more. I also have some chores to do before we head out for the weekend. I need to kind of get my outfit ready for whatever I'm wearing this weekend. I kind of want to like get a packing list together, even though we're only going for 1 night. I want to get like a little packing list together. I need to shower and wash my hair. I need to do some laundry, and I need to pop outside to go and grab a prescription and then dinner for tonight, because I believe we are doing cleaning day today. Because we usually do it on a Friday after work, but obviously we're not here tomorrow. So I've got like a lot of stuff rattling around in my brain. Today is like an organizing day, and hopefully I'll be able to work on my Halloween patchwork sweater. This is the sweater that I am doing a crochet-along for over on TikTok, and I'll put the first episode of the crochet-along in the description in case you want to join in as well. Oh, I also got a yarn delivery yesterday, so I need to kind of organize that and then figure out where to put it and like organize it in my yarn storage. So yeah, lots to do today. It's actually kind of boring stuff that I need to do today, but I'm going to bring you along for the journey and hopefully you kind of find it fun. Okay, I am showered, I am dressed, my hair is semi-dry and it will dry throughout the rest of the day. I have just put a load of laundry on, I've tidied up my room a little bit, and I'm now going to put away the yarn that I got delivered yesterday. But first I thought I'd show you what I got, because I got a bunch of stuff for Christmas presents, and I know it's only September, but I don't think you can be too prepared when it comes to crocheting Christmas gifts, because this time last year I was crocheting my partner a jumper for Christmas, and then also my mum a cardigan for Christmas, and both of them I found to be a very stressful experience, getting it done kind of within a deadline. So my plan is this year is that I want to finish off like a couple of projects that I've got going on now, and then I want to just make a start on the Christmas presents and then just have them done. Even if they're done in like October, November, whenever, I'm not that bothered. So I'd rather just have them done. So for my little sister, I say little sister, she is 22, but for my little sister I got her this Drops Lima, and it's a wool and alpaca blend. It's a really beautiful kind of like dusky smoky kind of pink, and this is such a her color. Like this is such a perfect color for her. My mum and my sister are more of the neutrals, more of the pastels, more of the dusky smoky kind of shades. I'm more of the neon bright color blocking, color clashing sort of vibe. They are a bit more plain, let's say. But this is actually a really beautiful color, and I think she's going to really like it, and it's a really lovely soft yarn. These are these are 50 gram skeins, and I got I think 14 of them, so I've got about 700 grams. So that's what I'm going to make for my little sister. And then for my mum, because last year for Christmas I made my mum a cardigan, this year I'm going to make her like a shawl. And my mum is very much like a shawl person, but typically I find with crochet and knit shawls, they all are in that kind of like triangular formation, but my mum has never gravitated, because she doesn't like tie them up at the front. She kind of like, if you've ever seen like an Indian woman, and you've seen an Indian woman wear a shawl, she kind of just wraps it around herself, and that's just how she wears them. But she loves shawls. She already has like a million of them, but I figured it would be nice to have like a, you know, a nice homemade good quality one. So for her I got this really beautiful yarn. It's the Rico Creative Fluffily, and it is in shade 010, and it's really lovely. Again, kind of this smoky pink, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's got like little flecks of sparkling, which I didn't realize until I got it. But my mum is very much a magpie. She will enjoy the sparkly aspects of this. So this is an 150 gram skein, and I did get 2 of them because I feel like for a shawl, and I kind of want to make it like relatively big, so obviously kind of wraps around her and keeps her warm. I figured like 150 maybe not quite enough. I probably needed like maybe 200, 250, because I've actually never made a shawl before, so I don't know how much yarn it needs. But yeah, so I got 300 grams in total for my mum. And also the shade for the Drops Lima is 9022. It's this really lovely smoky dusky pink, as I mentioned. And then of course I had to get myself something, because I have a couple of projects in mind. One, I have been obsessed with this particular like colorway, and I can't get it out of my mind. I don't think I've seen this exact colorway before, but I've seen like a similar variation of it, and I was like, I want my own version. So, and bear with me because it looks, anyway, I'm just going to show you. This is the colorway. So we have a very luminescent neon almost green, and then we have a royal blue, we have a very bright fuchsia pink, and then we have this kind of berry purple. And I think this color combination is actually great. I love this. I think this is such a great color combo, and I think it's gonna be so fun. Like, I don't know, there's something about it that's like it's like wrong, but it's right at the same time. And this yarn in all 4 skeins is the Wool Factory Next Gen DK, which is a 100% recycled fiber, and it's a 100 gram skein, and I got a total of 8 skeins, so I got 2 of each color. And usually for me to make a sweater I need anything between like 700 to 850 grams, depending on the fit that I'm going for, whether it's long or cropped, whatever. This is the Wool Factory's own brand yarn, and like, you know, this isn't not sponsored or anything, I paid for this myself, but I do have a discount code for 10% off your order if you feel like ordering from the Wool Factory. This is where I got all of the other yarn from as well. But this really intrigued me because I've never seen a recycled yarn before, and it's also recycled acrylic, which I think is great because obviously acrylic is typically a plastic base, you know. And I was unsure about like the feel of it, and it was hard to kind of tell on the website how it would feel, but it's relatively soft. It's softer than I thought it was, or thought it was going to be. I wouldn't say it's like, you know, it's not as soft as this, because this is like fluffy clouds, you know, but it's still softer than I thought it was. So it's quite nice. I'm looking forward to working with it, and I think it's going to make a really cute sweater in that color combination. And I do have a stitch in mind for what I want to do, where I think it will look really cool. So I'm excited for that, but I will be putting this project kind of on the back burner until I've done the Christmas presents. Also as well, this yarn is just £1 per skein, and with my discount code it will be cheaper, so you know, just letting you know. And then I really want to do some tapestry crochet. Tapestry crochet scares me, and I've been crocheting for coming up to 2 years, just over 2 years, and I have not tackled a tapestry crochet project. I have bought 2 tapestry crochet projects, both from Made in the Moment, and I have gotten a free tapestry crochet piece from pattern from Ty Bailey, who is very well known for their tapestry crochet. and I've never tackled it. I'm frightened. You know why I'm frightened? Because I cannot count. So I have realized that I struggle with keeping count of my stitches. Sorry, let me just turn my phone on silent. Yeah, I have realized that I struggle to keep count of my stitches, and the fact that I need to concentrate on like pretty much every row is something that really intimidates me, because I'm somebody who likes to like lock into a project, watch a film, watch a TV show, and just like kind of let my hands do the work rather than my brain, you know? So I have all of these tapestry projects in mind that I really do want to do, and I have like the yarn assigned to the project, I have the yarn all picked out, blah blah blah. But I think with the one that I have in mind, I'm going to create the chart myself, which I have done, and I know it's easy and I know it's possible. And with this one, it's only like part of the sweater that I want it to be crochet tapestry, you know? So the rest is all just going to be one color, and it'll be kind of apart across like probably around like the bust, maybe about here, which will be the tapestry. The rest is all just like normal crochet, you know? So I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's going to be a surprise, okay? Because I will eventually do it. And again, this is put on the back burner until I get my Christmas presents done. But this is the color palette that I've chosen for it. This green is going to be the kind of main bulk of the sweater, if it actually focuses. Hello. There you go. So this green is going to be the bulk of the actual sweater. It's a really nice kind of like just classic true emerald green. And then this like dark olivey green, hello, is going to be the neckline ribbing, sleeve ribbing, and then the bottom ribbing. And then this is the color that I need, this kind of like mustardy, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, this kind of like mustardy, orangey kind of yellow color is what I need for the actual like tapestry part of the project. So I got, I think I got 7 skeins of the green, 1 of the mustard, and then 1 of the olive, so of the dark olive green. So I think I should be enough yarn for me to make the piece. Like I said, I'm a bit frightened, but I think it should be fine, and I know I can do it. I just have to actually pull my finger out and do it. It's totally doable. I know I will be fine. I know I will be fine. I am just making a mountain out of a molehill, and I think once I do it once, I'll be like, oh, what was the problem? So I think I just need to do my first one, then I'll be fine. Also, every single yarn label for this yarn has just come off. I don't know how, but like not, well, I mean like all of them are falling off. They are just falling off. So that's kind of annoying. Just a heads up in case anyone buys this yarn. All of the yarn bands are coming off of the skeins, which I find quite annoying considering how many skeins I have. Oh my god, it's raining. Yay. I love being inside when it's raining. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna go put this away because I've talked enough, and then I'm going to put my laundry away, and then I will go from there. Here is how I store my yarn, by the way. This is okay, we're not gonna talk about this, okay? We're not gonna talk about it. But this is where I keep all of my like fancy yarn. So we have like cottons over here. This is cotton. This is the mohair I got on my holiday to Amsterdam. Some more cotton. We have some like merino wool. This is the yarn that I'm using for my Damps and Madder inspired top. And then my mum's fancy yarn is there also. And then in the second drawer is kind of where I have like all of my more than one skein yarn. So underneath here is the packs of the dark green for the tapestry project that I want to do. I've got some black acrylic over here. I've got this really lovely variegated yarn from Sunbeam. This is obviously all of the yarn I've just showed you, and then this is some yarn that I have left over from my partner's Christmas gift that I made him last year. And then I've got like a bunch of other kind of matching skeins underneath. This is typically where I keep all of the skeins of, or all of the stuff that I have like more than one skein of in the same color and the same like dye lot and stuff. And then in my final drawer, which is a complete mess, is my miscellaneous drawer. This is kind of, I haven't even like wound this up. This is kind of where I keep all of my like scraps essentially. And when I say scraps, it's usually like one skein or less, or like half a skein or less, you know. So I have like, this is left over from a project from my Zip It sweater. This is left over from a project I did last year. This is left over from my Check Me Out out cardigan, you know. So all of the kind of like leftover yarn. This is from a blanket that I frogged, this is from a sweater I frogged, so yeah, and this is from also a sweater I frogged, but they're all in like mildly different shades of blue. So yeah, this is where I keep all of my like miscellaneous yarn. I'm just gonna tuck that guy back in because I do really need to kind of sort through all of this stuff. I think this drawer is fine, but definitely like the top and the bottom ones I really kind of need to like reorganize a little bit, especially these which were like abandoned projects. I need to kind of just figure out what the hell I'm doing with them. But yeah, anyway, I fit all of the yarn that I bought into my drawers except for my sister's yarn, but since they're all kind of like, I have like 14 skeins and they're all 50-gram skeins, so I'm just going to keep them in the little like bag that it came in, and then I'll just put it under my desk for now, and because I'll be working on it relatively soon, it's fine. I can keep it under my desk. I have plenty of room under there, and yeah, hopefully then I will be able to work on it and I won't need to keep it under my desk. So yarn is away. So I'm kind of like undecided what to wear for my partner's sister's graduation because the weather is like very much in the transitional period. Like it was pissing down rain and unbelievably grey, like it was dark in my flat, and now it's super sunny and kind of warm. So I'm not really sure what the weather's going to be doing or saying when on Saturday. So I got out two options. I think I'm just going to go with a dress because alas, my period has arrived and it is destroying me currently as we speak. So if my energy levels deplete, that is why. But I have this really nice kind of flowy long sleeved wrap dress, and it's got like little ruffle details, it's got like a little ruffly edge. So if it's cold, I think I'll wear this with some tights and then some ankle boots. And then if it's kind of a bit warmer, I have this short sleeve dress. Again, it's a kind of long flowy sort of situation with this like green floral pattern on it, and it's got like short sleeve flowy sleeves, and then it's got like a cinched waist, and it's just long on the bottom. So I think I'm gonna, because they're both pretty light and they're both pretty small, so I think I'm maybe gonna pack both and then I can decide how I feel on the day, because as well where I am on my period, it's going to be dependent. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to kind of decide how I feel right now. I will have to just judge it on the day, because my period really do be trying me sometimes when it comes to the things that I put on my body. But yeah, so oh, phone's on loud again. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It is currently 12:06. I feel like I've got quite a lot done. I've got all of the like little niggly things that were like annoying me, where I was like, I need to do this and I need to do this, and all of the like small things. So laundry's been put away. I have washed my hair, which was like a task in itself. I have put a new load of laundry on. I've got my dress ready for the weekend. I have filmed and edited a couple of TikToks, and now I think I'm ready to crochet. I did speak to my partner about getting dinner tonight, and he's just going to pick something up because I was like, it's raining and I don't want to go outside, and he's already outside, so he can get wet. So yeah, so he's going to bring us dinner. I'm going to eat some lunch, and then I'm going to maybe do some crocheting and like assess what's going on with all of my millions of projects that I have currently started. I say millions, it's 3, but as I've mentioned, I don't usually have more than 1 whip, so it's freaking me out. So yeah, I need to kind of sort myself out. Okay, here is kind of where I'm at. I have had some lunch and I started watching the animated Addams Family movie from like 2019. Animation is not really, like the style isn't really my kind of thing, with their like very elongated heads, like they kind of look like balloons. I'm not really enjoying the animation style. I'm not really sure how I feel about the movie in general. I've only watched like 20 minutes of it, but it's fine. And I kind of want to get into like the spooky spirit, you know, since I'm doing my Halloween sweater. This is kind of where I'm at with the sweater. I've joined the front panel and the back panel, and I think something that's bothering me is that because I left on really long tails to use to sew the squares together, some of them are like super long and they're actually like stressing me out a little bit. So I was focusing on doing the squares, which I'm pretty much finished. Like I think I have maybe like 3 or 4 more squares to do for the sleeves, which really is not that much. So I think I'm going to just kind of alleviate some of the ends, because some of them are like really, really long tails and they're kind of getting all like tangled up with each other. And I reckon I can use some of these tails to attach the squares for my sleeves, so and then also along the edges as well of my actual sweater. So I don't really want to waste the yarn. I want to kind of utilize as much of this yarn as possible because I've cut it off already, you know. So and then I can also use this yarn for any of the appliques, because where I've done the squares for my sleeves, I've done all of the like solid squares, but I haven't done the appliques on them yet, because I figured it would be better for me to sew the squares together first and then sew on the applique, because although I didn't really have much of an issue with it, but some of the appliques are obviously quite big, so when I was connecting the squares, it almost like, for some of them it felt a little bit warped in some areas. It wasn't like enough to be an issue, but it was noticeable for me when I was putting it together, so I think that makes more sense for me. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna just do some more boring stuff and just weave in as many of these extra long tails as I can, and just kind of like, because things getting tangled and like the strings everywhere is like really stressing me out, like more so than I thought. So I think I'm going to deal with that, and then I will find it a little bit easier to actually attach the sleeves and then sew the sleeves together, and then obviously do the appliques, and hopefully it means as well that I'm not using as much yarn, so it's a win-win. My period is kind of ruining my life at the moment. I was like actually in considerable pain like when I was having my lunch, and usually I am somebody who will kind of ride it out and not take painkillers, but this time I was like, I need to take painkillers immediately. So they've kind of started to kick in a little bit. I am starting to feel a little bit more human, but I was like, god damn, because I don't usually get period pains too badly. Like if it's one of those things where some periods, nothing, I won't even, it will just, yeah, nothing at all. But some periods I am like dying, you know, so it's either nothing or I am in immense, incredible amounts of pain. So today, this period is the painful one, which is great, so great. Oh, it's raining again. Okay, I'm gonna open the windows and I'm gonna get a bit cozy and I'm gonna watch a spooky film or a spooky kids film, and I'm gonna do my sweater. Okay, any other updates? No. I've done all the things that I needed to do, so I feel a lot better actually, because it was bothering me this morning where I was like, oh god, I feel like I have so much. I also filmed the kind of TikTok tutorial on how to assemble the back and front pieces, how to measure for your sleeves, and how to attach the sleeves and then seam up the sides, which I'm hopefully going to post later today, because it's been like 5 days since I last posted an episode for the Crochet-A-Long. So that's kind of it for now, and then I'll probably check in, because I think it's only just past lunchtime. It's one sorry about that. It's 1:35, so I have loads of time in the day. Oh, that makes me feel so much better, because this morning I was a bit like, oh god, I've got so much to do, but I feel very on top of things now, which is good. I've just got to put the laundry out later. It's not finished yet, but I'll put the laundry out, and then, oh wait, it's probably finished by now. I didn't hear it beep. But I'll put the laundry out, and that's my only chore. And then the rest, my plan is sitting. I'm sitting down. Anyway, okay, I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, I've just finished watching my movie, and these are all of the ends that I have cut off. See what I mean? Where some of them are just super, super long. So I'm kind of keeping like the longer ones here where I can do something with them, and then the really smaller bits over here that I'll probably either keep for like stuffing and stuff, or I'll just end up like throwing those away, which I feel really bad about throwing these kind of ends away. But I don't do amigurumi, and I don't have any use for like stuffing, you know. I do try and keep them, but I literally have like the biggest bag of just these tiny little ends, which I feel is kind of pointless, but whatever. Anyway, this is how much I've actually managed to do. I think it's only like 10 squares, not even 10 squares. I'm kind of on this side. I'm gonna keep going and see how bored I get, and I think once I'm kind of at the point where I don't want to do any more weaving in of the ends, I'll probably just work on some of the squares for my sleeves. I think I've only got maybe like 2 or 3 squares to do, and then I think for this back and front panel I'll just do the really, really long tails, the ones that are kind of getting tangled and like stressing me out a little bit. So I'll keep doing this probably for a little bit longer, see how I get on, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. I just finished watching the Addams Family movie. the 2019 like animated one. It was fine. I don't really like this particular like animation style. It's not really my favorite. I also don't think the voice actors were like the right fit, if that makes any sense, for the characters in the film. And also like the storyline is almost like it didn't feel like it was the Addams Family, you know. And like I've grown up with like the Addams Family values with like Christina Ricci as, you know, and I grew up with that, so I'm very much used to that vibe for the Addams Family. But this one just felt like it was like this could have been anybody, this could have been any family. It didn't feel like spooky Addams Family vibe. Anyway, I'm probably going to try and watch the second one because apparently the second one is a little bit better, or I might watch a different film. And yeah, I'm just going to keep working on this for the foreseeable future. I've just finished watching another movie. I decided to watch Blink twice, which was actually brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It has some trigger warnings, so just check them out before you watch it if you do ever watch it. It has Channing Tatum in it as the kind of lead. It's directed by Zoe Kravitz. It was really good. It was not what I was expecting at all, and I didn't really know much about the storyline, but oh my god, it was so good. Anyway, this is kind of where I'm at currently. I have just finished my first sleeve and now I'm working on my second sleeve. Just started another square. I've got just one more row of 4 squares to do for my sleeve. And in terms of weaving in my ends, I did get a pretty decent way. It doesn't really look like it, but I got like maybe about a quarter of it done, and then I just had some kind of smaller tails to weave in. But I'm doing pretty okay. I obviously got bored, so I was like, let me work on my sleeves because weaving in ends is just so boring. There is quite a few to do, but I'm gonna continue with the sleeve, probably watch another film. I think it's like maybe 4:30 now, so I'm gonna put my laundry out and then continue with the sleeves, and then just, yeah, this is what I'm doing basically. My partner is on his way home and I feel like I need to tidy up this little space. This is where he would usually sit, so you know, I'll be nice and clear a seat for him. So I mentioned my partner is on his way home now. It's about 5:20-ish, so he's probably due back in about like half an hour. This is kind of where I'm at with the sweater. Obviously back and front panels are attached. In terms of weaving in ends, I definitely got a lot more done on the, is it the front panel or the back panel? On the back panel. As you can see, here is the back panel compared to the front panel. So I've still got quite a few long tails attached to the front and the back panel, so I don't really know what I want to do right now. I think I'm gonna tidy it up. You know, you saw how messy the couch was, so I'm just gonna organize myself a little bit. And then in terms of the sleeves, I got both of the sleeves done and all assembled as well. Sleeve number 1, this is sleeve number 2. So they are all finished and assembled, like joined together. I just obviously need to weave in these tails and then assemble it to the front and the back panels. But I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Obviously ideally it will be 2 days, but like I said, it's my partner's sister's graduation, so we're gonna be heading off to her graduation tomorrow and over the weekend, and I think it'll be really nice. I'm really looking forward to it. And I got everything that I wanted to do today done, so I feel like it's been a good day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop me a comment, leave me a little thumbs up, and give me a little subscribe as well. You may as well whilst you're here, if you enjoy kind of crochet tutorials and vlogs and all of that fun stuff. Also as well, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of subscribers. I'm really pleased. I'm not kind of like I'm not like focusing on the numbers and stuff, but I got like a little notification from YouTube, which I was like, wow, that's amazing. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to leave the vlog here, do all the things, click all the button, and I will hopefully see you on the next video.